Hello, everyone. Welcome to season 2 of the newest league in mobile racing. It's the EMRL season 2. We're here in the iconic Silverstone. Alongside me is Senna. How are you? Yeah, it's a sprint format, full wet. 100% as we're gonna look. One lap quali. Who's gonna take sprint pole? It's gonna be Oscar Fan with 37.1. Just slow Nick just behind him. Calabria in third and fourth. Audi fifth and sixth with their new second driver of Kimi. Brazil in P7. Larry in P8. New reserve driver of Ecos Racing. Have Milo in P9 for MP. Saber in P10. Nicholas in P11 after his last season's win in Zandvoort. Onward in P12. We have Fabianski for the newest team, or one of the few newest teams. Kenzer Motorsport and Force Azure. And we have Blasters in P14, Tito in 15th, Low with his new team in 16th, and Chiara with his new team in last place. As we're going to the 5 red lights, to the first race of the season, a slower next got a very bad start as both Calabria drivers go into P2 and P3. Oscar with a clean lead ahead now. As we're in the back, we see Cider, Aloxian, Brazil making up places. Sloaning going on the inside of Ozzy, trying to make a move in second. But Aloxian gets past him. They're now side by side going into Cops corner. Aloxian going on the inside of Ozzy. Very brave move by him right there. So going to the back, we see Nicholas and Kimi fighting. Nicholas going on the grass there. Milo having to go get around him, but he gets it done. Brazil now making a mistake in the back here. See Nick again on the grass. Same with Milo. Saber pushing him off a little bit. Battle for P2 again as Aloxian get pushed off by Ozzy in P3. Now there's a gap from P2 to P3 as Larry goes down the inside up into P3 from P8 already. It's both Audis in the back. Everyone fighting for this last podium spot as Nick is the first to DNF. As everyone is going side by side, Aloxian and slow Nick goes off. Kimi gets the best, is the better man who gets out of it. Into P3 for his first race ever in EMRL. Cider has to brake a little bit. Almost in the lead. See Cider trying to make it 3 wide, and by that he goes on the grass with Blazers and Aloxian. Not a smart move by him. Blazers and Saber kept battling. Aloxian needs to back out of that. Gets a little squished off there. Yes. Trying to make a switchback. He's now on the inside, which is the better place for the cops to be. Going down the inside and his pass. It's gonna be a back and forth battle at this track with a lot of straights. It's gonna be a lot of switchback defending actions here as he goes side by side again. Oscar lets him through as he goes around the outside, and Stowe has to stay in the slipstream. Good job by him. So Larry is trying to get a podium for Ecos, but Precious is making his job very difficult. His own teammate for Ecos. New lineup, no Strudel, no Francesco. This season as Oscar fan has made a mistake and now Ozzy is running away with it. I don't know if it was a push or a mistake by Oscar fan, but now Kimi is trying to make a move on the outside, gets it done. Clean move. Oh, both Ecos drivers side by side trying to battle it out for P4. Oscar are P3 in the championship last season. Of course, that great championship fight with Tyne and Strudel eventually coming on top of that one. It's in the back. Battle for P9. Don't think that's points. I think top 8 is only points. Or top 10, I don't know. Both fast racing drivers not doing what they were expected to do in this season so far. Both Force Azures, the new team, are in the back. Moving for the last lap, Aloxian caught up to both Ecos drivers and is now interfering for the P4, trying to make a move on the inside. Gets blocked off. So see battle for the lead here is Oscar. Ozzy probably made a mistake and lets Oscar back in it. Now on the outside, Ozzy and Oscar both in the garage. Can Kimi maybe get in the fight? Oscar now takes P1, but he goes to the outside. It's gonna be 3 wide in Stowe. Ozzy gets down the inside. Oscar side by side in the last 2 corners. Who's gonna come on top of this? It's gonna be a side by side finish onto the straight. Who's gonna take it? It's Ozzy by 1,000th of a second. Great battle here. Kimi in P3 taking his first podium in his first ever race in here. The rookie doing very impressive stuff. Veloxian in P4 and eventually winning it. Larry in P5, Lazarus P6, Cider in 7, Saber in 8, Milo 9, T2 in 10, Glow in 11, Slower Nick in 12, Brazil in 13. Another great showing for his team right there. Owen 14, Fabianski 15, Yato 16, and Nick DNF from the race. Going feature qualifying right now, underway in the dry 100% dry race. 100% dry race. How many laps? Check real quick. 18 laps in the race. We're watching Ozzy right now, winner of the sprint, driving for last season's team constructors champion, of course with Oscar and Tyne. As Ozzy does a 35.17. What the hell? That's even that's faster than me. That's faster than EMRL pace right here. But he says his strong point is qualifying, his weak point is the race. That's what he told. That's what he said in chat lately. But can he convert? Because I don't see anyone beating this time here. He's making mistakes this lap, but he doesn't need to do a better lap anymore. It can't get better than this. So we see Nicholas going into P2 with a 35.40, sorry. With T2 in third right now, going into the pit lane. I don't know why. Oscar going up into P3. He's very behind. Probably made a mistake on his first laps. Going on board with the new co-owner of Kenzer Motorsport. Piato down in P16 as Aloxian is in P17. It's not what you expect from him. So going to the end of quali, who's gonna take pole position? It's Nick improving to 0.38. Ozzy stays there, and slower Nick going into third. 0.40. Oscar stays in fourth. No, he goes up into second on the front row. Good qualifying for him. Ozzy is doing very great. It was the most impressive lap I have ever seen in EMRL. In second with Nicholas in third, trying to do better than in sprint race, but slower Nick in fourth. No, they are not brothers. T2 in fifth with -6. Good showing for MP. Can they convert in the race? Larry in P7, solid again in the midfield. Saber in 8th, Cider in 9th, Gazelle in P10, Lazarus in P11, Glow in P12, Kimi in P13 as Audi. Aloxian also down in P16. Not getting the laps in they wanted. Fabianski P14, Omer but in P15 and Chiato is in P17. We have Aussie in pole, Oscar fan beside him on the front row. As we go, lights out, and away we go here in Silverstone as Aussie gets down the lead. Nick trying to go for an aggressive move as Aussie makes a mistake on the grass. Oscar fan gets past. In the back we see T2, Milo, Larry, and Slow Nick going 3 wide here into left field. Now they're side by side again. Nick trying to make a move for the lead. Aussie in P3. Not a great start for him. He's now going down the inside of Oscar fan in the S's. Maggots, Beckett, and Chapel. Up into P1 again. Nick, very aggressive down here. Oscar fan deciding to back out of it. T2 and P3, good start from him. As in the back we see lots of fighting as everyone goes off. Slow, Nick, Larry, Milo, Fabianski caught up in the incident. And this is good for the Audi drivers in making up great positions. It looks already up 10 places, or 9 places as I should say. Side going on the grass a little bit. Aussie has broken away from the pack on the soft tires. Nick is doing the reverse strategy, but if they keep battling, Aussie is gonna get away. So you see T2, Oscar van going side by side, trying to make it 3 wide there. Oh, and forcing a lag work at Oscar van in the wall, T2 in the grass. Not anyone's fault there. Saber now providing of that up into P3. Everyone's hard up in this, but the top two has broken away. Oscar on the grass. Very unlucky again as T2 misses the corner completely, going right on into the wall, losing a lot of places. And now down in P7. You see Loxian, Saber, and Blasters going side by side. And Loxian going into the back of Saber, who hits the grass. Blasters now a little gap from him right there. Aussie comfortably in the lead on those soft tires. He has to extend the gap because Nick is on the medium tires. Oh, Saber. Give me DNFs. Little laggy here. Loxian, Saber, and also battling for P4. As Nick has caught up to Aussie. Aussie making the mistakes again. Maybe not very consistent. Nick is making a move on the outside. He gets pushed off by Aussie. But Aussie decides to give him the place back. Nice decision. But now the rest of the pack is catching up. So if I was them, I wouldn't fight so much. But it's EMRL. Everyone's gonna go for every move possible. Say they're trying to force a leg roller here, I don't know. This is not gonna end well. All 3 in the wall, and Oscar going past them up into P3 again. He's suddenly now all the way back in the race again. Yeah, Aussie's mistakes are not going in his favor right now. Losing a lot of time where he shouldn't have, but we're people. See Fabianski going a move on Glow and Slow Nick. Loxian going for Haas, going for the aggressive undercut here. I like it, but he's gonna get caught up in traffic a little bit and he's get pushed on the gravel there. With Cider and Milo already going side by side there. Cider goes on the inside of Glow and now is trying to make a move on Fabianski and Slow Nick. They have 3 wide going into cops again. Fabianski on the grass there. Slow Nick making him safe. Cider gets through there. I don't think the undercut of Loxian is going to do well. T2 goes very wide. He's not in the zone. He's missing very much corners. Oscar van in the pits. Going for the undercut on Aussie. Going for 11 laps on the medians. It's possible, but he's going to have a little tie where it comes to the end of the race. But it's in traffic. Cider now defends the inside. Defends the line of Oscar. And Oscar gets literally pushed down to 0 kilometers an hour. But he's back in the fight. He's in the slipstream. It's not playing in his favor right here. The undercut is not the way to go because there's so much battling out on track. We have Ozzy in the pits right now. Where is he gonna come out? So Nick takes the lead on those medium tires. Has to stretch it. Lost a little gap to Ozzy. Making a mistake there, hitting the wall. He's only 3 seconds in front. So maybe Ozzy has oh, he makes a mistake there. I was just gonna say that he's revived himself in his mistakes, but then he just made another big one. Yeah, I saw. I said it. You're tired. Few lets to go. You have Sennis's team going on the reverse pits up here, P1 and P3, but Nick is extending the gap on Ozzy. Larry in a P6. Tally goes wide, Tally goes off with Lazarus and a Luxian. Ends up here Glow making a mistake on very old mediums. The tire is kicking him from him. See Lazarus not going on the outside of a Luxian. Making the mistake, he's on the better tires. It's 4.5 to get, and he's gonna go on soft here. He's gonna come out not far behind, Brazil in the pit again. It's turning out to be a good strategy by Senni's Indiana Racing team. Nick in second, and it's just 1.4 behind. Oscar Fan is 1.3 behind that, but Nick is looking good. It's gonna be a 100% win rate in the feature races from him. Oh, Oscar Fan with a mistake in the back. More, he's just 3 behind, and Larry is getting on his back, trying to make a podium. Nick is now catching up as we just saw the MP Motorsport guys in P11 and P12 fighting each other for not the greatest of points after a good qualifying. As Nick is now in the slipstream of Ozzy, he's gonna make a move. Ozzy is not defending. Nick going on the inside, now the side by side. Nick going on the outside with the best of grip. He has so much better grip. Ozzy sides the back. However, Nick makes a mistake and Ozzy gets past. I don't think that matters too much as Nick is in the slipstream still. Now he's gonna make a move. He's on the inside. Ozzy is leaving him a lot of space. Going around the outside. Nick gets past. Ozzy needs to stay in the slip. Nick going on the grass again, aggressively going on the inside, but leaves enough space for Ozzy to get it on the inside. Now the side by side into turn 1, 2. Ozzy on the outside, not getting pushed off. Good racing by the student, trying to make a move on the inside, but that was not the move. He had to go to the outside. That was a move. Not a great move by himself. Not the best of choices. Nick is now broken away. Yeah, he's broken away. He's on the soft. It's looking like he's gonna win. So the battle for P3. Oscar Fan is just in a lonely race right now. Luxian and Saber side by side. Saber on the soft still, on fresh soft tires, moving up the field right now, trying to have his eyes on P5, maybe even P4. If everyone keeps it clean. Saber has the better tires, he has the better strategy. Keep an eye out for Brazil also on those fresh soft tires. Saber can on the outside of Larry. Good racing by them both through the S section. Now going into Stone, Saber is ahead of Larry. And now he's on the charge to go into P4. But Larry is not going to make it easy for him, trying to protect his teammate. So Larry now moving around the straight. The Saber went on the grass a little bit. Maybe a move of frustration as Nick has broken up. They were 2 full seconds. In the back here for P9, T2 and Fabianski. Fabianski with a good race right now. Yeah, he's extending, extending, and extending. Ozzy is falling off hard. They're still on each other. Ooh, Oscar is making mistakes. Oscar is making mistakes, and his podium is now gone to Blazers. Blazers up into P3. Blasts up into P3. Oscar making mistakes. This time, not his own luck, but he's doing it himself. He's already down into P4 now. Everyone here has a chance of getting the podium. Lazarus still in P3, trying to defend now instead of attack. Saber has the better tires of everyone right now. Onto the last lap we go. Saber goes for the move, and they all go off. And now Larry can go around the outside, maybe taking P3. Sabercat now in P3, but Larry on his outside turns into the inside. Can he stay in the slipstream? Oscar on his inside is gonna go 3 wide. No, Oscar is smart to stay in. Trying to switch back. No, he isn't. Saber now into P3. Don't know what the stewards are gonna do, but Larry's still trying to make a move, going on the outside. Can Oscar maybe make a switchback? But it's not work. In the back we see Kazil now fighting with Lazarus. Who's gonna take the last podium shot? It's gonna be Sabercat. We have Larry there. Nick wins the race by 3.8 seconds. Amazing race. Yeah, maybe some penalties for him, yeah. Maybe some penalties. Nick winning the race dominantly by Ozzy. Good result despite that incredible lap in the qualifying and a good result in the sprint. It's gonna make him our championship leader, I think. Because Nick DNF'd in the sprint. Sabercat with a podium again. With a great fight for P3. Larry in P4, Oscar in P5. His own mistakes are costing him dearly here. Yeah, title favorite is Oscar. P5 is not that bad, but it should have been a podium. You would think that. Lazarus in P6 with a good result for him, but it's on the B-type Brazil for P7. Loxian P8. In the end, an okay result for him after qualifying that low. Fabianski in P9, good race for him. P2 and P10, Milo and Slower Nick, both MP guys falling off after a good quali. Low in P13, Cider in 14, Yellow 15, Omar in 16, and Kimi DNFs from the race. So this was round 1 of season 2. It's been a pleasure. I'm gonna see you all next week.